Hi, I'm Kara Stanford. This is the Marketing Spaces. Thank you so much for joining me today as we explore what strategic marketing is and what you need to do about it. So we're going to cover three things. Clearly, what strategic marketing is, but also why you need it. Why bother? That's always the question we've got to ask ourselves. Why bother? And then what you can do about it. So let's crack on. So strategic marketing is that high level thinking. I like to think of it about like in terms of a journey, perhaps, where before you start a journey, you have a rough idea of where you are now. You should know where you're starting from, where you want to get to, and some high level strategies for getting there. So that might be, are we going to drive? Are we going to walk? Are we going to fly? It's as high level as that when it comes to your strategic marketing. So when we say, where are you now? That's understanding the marketplace that you're operating in. That's knowing what's going on, what they need, what they want, and often developing something called a product market fit. Do your solutions and services fit what the marketplace needs? Where you're going to begins with that all-important mission and vision, but it's also which segments are going to help you get there, because it's saying who in the marketplace is the best fit to help you achieve your mission, help you achieve your goals. So who do you really need as clients? And then we can start to put together strategic marketing goals, such as this is how many of these products we are going to sell to this segment of people. Again, you can see really high level, real step back stuff. And then, of course, it's the high level strategies for getting there. And that's things such as, well, do we pursue a content marketing strategy, a known expert strategy? Is it thought leadership? Is it what's our competitive market positioning, also known as how you want to be known in the marketplace, which reflects your branding? So you can see it's all of these things that you have to think about and decide. A really good way to understand what strategic marketing is to look at what it isn't. And strategic marketing is not the detail of what you need to do. It's not the marketing that you are doing on, say, a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, even annual basis. If you are doing it, it is not strategic marketing. That is tactical marketing, also known as marketing actions, marketing activities, all of those words. Strategic marketing is not easily changeable. It's not easy to change or highly changeable. You should not be flipping and flopping around with your strategic marketing. You shouldn't be, oh, today we're targeting this segment, or tomorrow we're targeting this segment. It's not like that. Tactics change, and tactics should change. So it's things like, right, we put this advert out, it didn't work. How can we adapt it? How can we change it? That tells you it's a tactic. We've tried this with our marketing and it worked really well. How can we adapt it so we do more of it? That's tactics. Strategic marketing is not an instant money maker. It's an investment. It's an investment of your time, money, and effort. And it's not a quick job. Sorry, I'm not going to lie to you. A really good way to also think about strategic marketing is think about it in terms of a building project. Strategic marketing is deciding upon and building those firm foundations on which your business can grow and thrive and be strong. Now, we had some building work a few years ago where we had an extension built, and after 3 weeks and a lot of money, we came home and the builder said we made real progress, and we ran around to the back garden and there was a lot of concrete there. It looked something like this. And my husband went, so that's what 7 grand has bought me. It was totally and utterly uninspiring. We could do nothing with it. We couldn't exactly plonk a dining room table on it and start using it. But we knew it was utterly essential. And the work that had gone into designing those foundations was immense. It had involved architects, structural engineers, a planning inspector coming around and telling us that they weren't deep enough because of a tree that was going to take too much water, analysis of the soil. Before they even dug a hole, a ton of thinking had gone in. And then when those foundations were in place, it wasn't going to make us money. We could hardly say it was a room we were going to rent out. We couldn't. There was nothing there. But it was utterly and totally crucial. It was crucial to the success of the rest of the build. And that is what your strategic marketing is like. It is an investment in those strong foundations upon which you can build a successful business. So what does a strategic marketing plan consist of? It consists of all of this. Yeah, loads of stuff, loads. This list is actually in one of my Insights articles, so go and find it if you're interested. Now, you might have looked at that and gone, which is exactly what I did when I was first shown this, when I was 22 and I was studying for marketing, and I was already in a marketing department in Lloyds TSB Banks, big marketing department, and I was doing marketing, and then I was shown that list and shown that that was what I was going to learn about, and my mind was blown. I was like, wow. I actually remember going back to the office and saying to my senior manager, so much thought behind it. And he went, yeah, we have put a lot of thought behind it, Kara. It's like, wow, it is a lot. It is a lot. So why bother? Why bother? You're in a small to medium-sized business. You've probably already got too much to do. You're probably already wearing 100 different hats and doing a lot of juggling. Why should you bother with this thinking? Your business might be ticking along nicely enough as it is. You don't need to bother. Well, the reason that you need to bother with strategic marketing plan is because it gives you boundaries. It allows you to think about where you're going to go and what kind of business you're going to build, and it sets those boundaries around it. Without boundaries, we do crazy marketing. We do tactic hopping, as I call it, where we jump from one marketing activity to another and go, oh, that didn't quite work. Let's go and try this. Oh, so-and-so told me that Instagram really worked well for them. I'll go and do Instagram. Oh, the other person told me that they like advertising in this magazine. I'll advertise there. Oh, I need to change my colours. Oh, hop, hop, hop. And the reason that hopping around takes place is because you don't have these clear guidelines. It's not really clear of, we are operating in this marketplace. We are selling to this segment. This segment wants this product. They want to hear about it in this way. So that's what we're going to do. You hop around. And it means that your marketing gets a bit crazy, and it can look a bit like this house where things have just got added on and added on and added on and added on. And you can see that it can go a bit nuts. Now, you might look at that and think, that's pretty cool. I really like that. I want to run my marketing like that. I like hopping around. I like going, oh, we're going to service this segment today. Oh, no, there's an opportunity here. I'm going to follow it. Oh, I'm going to go here. Oh, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this. You might enjoy it. That's absolutely fine, but it will get you something a bit crazy and scattergun. This type of house is great if you're happy with that kind of house. But if you were aiming for this, if you are aiming for something that is actually well designed, well engineered, sleek, got the capacity to grow, and is sellable, then you need your strategic marketing in place, because you need to know what you're building. You need to know what you're aiming for. You need to have all of your marketing focus on creating this. So what do you need to do about it? Well, the first thing is start with what you have. Always start with what you have. You have marketing that works. You will have thought behind it. You'll have ideas behind it. What do you already know? Go back through that list that I showed you of what goes in a strategic marketing plan and start to pull together what you already know. I've shown you a photo of where a lot of my strategic marketing plan often begins. It often begins as notes and ideas, because I'll think about something and I'll try something, or I'll be on a webinar, or I'll hear something, I'll read something, and then I sit down and I pull it all together. Now I have a notebook. I've got actually 3 notebooks, and I will actually map things out. I'll write notes. So start with what you've already got. It might be that it's across different slide decks. If you've had to do any business planning, if you've had to fill in any grant forms or funding forms, you'll have some of this already. Pull it together. Start with what you've got, look at what you have, and look at what you've already got written down. Then the next step is to put it in one place. I cannot emphasize enough how important this is. This is a bit of an acid test for me. When I work as a consultant and I go to business, they go, we've got our strategic marketing plan. I go, great, can you show it to me? I get a variety of things. I never get a strategic marketing plan. What I often get is a tactical marketing plan or a content marketing plan. Show me the content they're putting out. Great. Really good. They've got one. Where's a strategic marketing plan? Or I get a series of documents. And my favorite is when I'm told, oh, so there's a bit there, and I get sent 5 or 6 different things. Put it in one place. And the reason it's in one place is it then becomes your manual. It's your guidebook for what you have to do. And it shows you what marketing you need to do. Because when you've got all of those foundations really clearly set, when you know where you're going and roughly how you're going to get there, you can then really hone in the detail. I've shown you 2 examples here of how we help people put this in one place. The top one is from our online course, How to Write a Strategic Marketing Plan. And we provide people with a workbook. And in the workbook, as they work through the course, they are you're encouraged to capture all of your thoughts and ideas in that one workbook. So it almost becomes your manual. The other way that we do it is when we run our 5-week scale sales program, we give people a slide deck. And then they fill that slide deck in as they go along. And trust me, it gets up to about 60 slides. And we get them to really, really fill that in so that they can then present it. So they've got a manager to present it to, or they need to present it, or they just want to order their own thoughts. I use both for my strategic marketing planning. So I use the workbook option to capture all of my thoughts and ideas. That's what I call my rough work. And then I use a PowerPoint deck for what I call my neat work. If you ever had to do that at school, your rough version and your neat version. And then my neat version is the one that when I need to take people through my strategic marketing plan, that's the one that I can show them, but put it in one place. Then fill in the gaps. Work your way through that list, but my top tip is start at the top and work from there. If you haven't nailed down your mission, work on that and get to a point where it's good enough. Don't get hung up on perfectionism. I've seen people stall at mission and vision because they're faffing around over a few words. No. Get it down, get enough of the essence and then move on. If you want wordsmithing, go to a copywriter. And then move on, but start at the top and make sure you start filling in all of those gaps. And the reason that I say start at the top is because if you don't have that picture of where you're trying to get to, how can you figure out how you're going to get there? So start at the top, work your way through, fill in the gaps. If you want some help, clearly we're here for you. I've already mentioned we offer 2 options that really help you sort out your strategic marketing thinking and bring it together in one place. There's your do-it-yourself option, which is our online course, and you could do that in your own time. So that's the great thing about it. You can log in the evening, early morning, whatever works best for you, and step by step work through it. Or there's our scale sales program, which takes place over 5 weeks, and that's through a series of online live workshops led by me, one-to-ones that you book in with me, and also videos, workbooks, templates, all kinds of things, but it's fully supported. If you're interested in them, go to our website, find the courses page, and then you can find in the drop-down menu the short course, how to write your strategic marketing plan, or the scale sales 5-week course. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I'm Kara Stanford. This is the Marketing Spaces.